What's up, guys? King of Underworld, finally back at you with some, new content. Sorry I've been away for these past few days. I decided since it was the beginning of the break, I would wait until the first week started before I uploaded any content. So hopefully I should be making these videos daily. My, goal is to try and record a few in one day, then release them, so at least I have some backlog just in case anything comes up. So that's what I'm gonna be rolling with. So I hope everybody can forgive me for the transgressions of not uploading for almost a whole week. Actually, I think it's been a whole week, but yeah. Without any further ado, let's get into part 4 of What If Deku was the descendant of Rengoku. Seeing as it's been quite a while since our last part, I think we need a bit of a refresher. So, Bucko was talking himself up. And Rengoku, I should say Tojiro Rengoku, was, facing basically, the big blasty Sonic idiot known as Bucko, down with his fine blade, as he challenged him to a 1v1, showing him that all his might and all his talking up of his own quirk and all his actions meant nothing, as his techniques were unrefined, while unable to handle the flame-breathing style. So, after getting his ass kicked and transporting everybody back to the infirmary, we finally get back to this part. As it's now arrived about a day after, the training exercises. So, Ozawa is going through the rest of the usual courses, and so are some of the other general teachers, such as Midnight teaching history for the hero course, and Cemento is teaching English, I think. As it finally comes around to lunch, there was a bit of a stir, as everybody was staring at one particular student, as Uraka was walking around, as she said, out loud, "What is everybody looking at?" As Kirishima says, "Psst, it's Tojiro." "What do you mean it's Tojiro?" As he just points, as all she can hear is, "Umai! Umai! Umai!" As he keeps repeating that phrase out loud after he scoffs down a quick tray of food. Every few bites, the same phrase is repeated. "Umai!" As, she kinda walks over and says, Tojiro? You okay?" As, Kamoto walks by and says, "Oh, yeah, sorry, he's got this bad habit of saying umai quite a lot. Yeah, I don't know why he does it. Apparently, it's a thing that runs in his family." "Wait, you've seen his family?" "Well, yeah, I used to go to the same, kindergarten as Tojiro here before I had to move. And whenever he'd try out pastries as well as his father tries out pastries, yeah, they would always say the same two things. Umai and umai. Nothing any different. Why'd you say two things?" "Well, one with less vigor and one with more vigor." "Oh, I see. Oh, and how's your sister doing?" "Oh, you mean Nezuko?" Uh, yeah, how's she going?" "Heard you got, two siblings." Yeah, they're going alright." "Oh, yeah. Hey, Dojo." Mate. Yeah? What do you need?" "How's your dad doing? I forgot to ask. Well, I was a bit busy the other day, especially with Class 1B. And it says, yeah, we're going alright. Uh, the dojo's picking up some speed." "Wait, seriously? I've never heard of this." "Well, it happened recently." "Why?" "Well, that display that I put on with well, at the entrance exam, somebody was recording it and kind of uploaded it to the internet. And everybody traced back the, well, hair with red spiky tips back to my family's unusual style. So he's had a few more students. We've got this one guy who's, well, let's just say his family put him in and he's a bit too scared of the sword, really. I try and train him as well. He just jumps up and starts screaming. Then he says, "Please don't hurt me," over and over again. Uh, well, what's his name? Benitsu, uh, Agakana? Oh, are you talking about Zenitsu Agatsuma? Agatsuma? That was it. Don't you remember him? What do you mean? Ah, yeah, you must have forgotten. He was in our, kindergarten. You wouldn't have known since he was always hiding behind the teachers. Nope, don't know a thing. Ugh. Anyway, sorry for interrupting you. Uraka? Were you going to say something before? It says, huh? Oh, that's right. I wanted to say thank you for the other day. Well, without you holding off Barker, I don't think we could have won at all. It's well, as my mother used to say, use your strength to help those who can't help themselves. What are you saying? Oh, I didn't mean anything by it. I just mean people that are not as strong physically, well, should help people that are weaker. Uh, you're quite blunt with your words, Dojiro. Sorry, Kamado, I don't know how to put it any other way. Painfully blunt, as always. Uh, but I don't mind. Yeah, well, I am not very strong, and my quirk is the flashy one. However, your swordsmanship and strength is, well, let's just, a polite way to put it is just monstrous. Yeah, surprisingly, that, that kid, I should say, because we're not even adults, is able to, well, outclass most professional athletes. He can run faster than Olympic level sprinters. Even he's able to keep up and even outspeed some speed quirk users. He has a faster reaction time than most pro heroes or even gunmen. And let's just say his vigor doesn't rival anybody else's. I don't think I've ever seen a frown on that man's face. Of course not. We must always stay positive. Oh my! Says, are you finished? Yep. As he places down his eighth tray of food. And one thing else he's not matched in, his undeniable appetite. Well, oh, excuse me there. Well, one thing I should say, well, Sumihiko, is that, well, my training requires a very calorie-heavy diet. Seems I burn through all of it when I use my flame techniques, literally burning my own body and therefore fat and energy. Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter since all you eat seems to come out of you. Ah, crap. Lunch's almost over. Sorry, I gotta get ready for next class. We have gym and homeroom. After that. Alright. Well, it was nice talking to you, Totoro. Nice seeing you, Sumihiko. As well, Sumihiko runs off. As says, finished. As he picks up his big trays and puts it on the counter as he goes over lunch rush and says, "Thank you very much." Says, "It's okay, kid. I'm just glad you enjoyed the food. You did actually enjoy it." "Yes, I did, very much. And my one word for it be, umai." Well, I'm just glad you liked it. As Uraraka was laughing at this, and Everybody stops staring at him after, well, even after putting up that huge display. As now a few days pass on as the same thing keeps continuing as it seems that his increased training regime, as well as daily sparring with the inside gym classes, has caused his upkeep to get a lot higher, as he's spending a lot less time eating at home and more at school. So, after about a week, Aizawa walks in and to the classroom and says, "Alright, everybody, listen up. I'm only gonna say this once. Tomorrow we've got a special course." Special course? Yeah, I said listen. Now listen. Okay? I'm only gonna say this once. As everybody stayed completely silent, well, Tojiro, of course, was sitting perfectly straight and staring directly at Aizawa, even staring holes in him. Says, with the staring again. Anyway, we're going to the USJ tomorrow. The USJ? Yeah, pipe down. The USJ, also commonly known as the Unforeseen Simulation Joint. We'll all be going there under the guise of training. You all shall be partaking in rescue combat scenarios. So, we'll also be chauffeured in by a professional in that field. We won't reveal the hero right now, as, well, I can't be bothered. And two, you kids always these days love mystery. So there. And if I hear you guys talking about it while I'm trying to teach, I'll personally kick every one of your asses and send you to the principal's office. Alright? Okay. We meet at 9 o'clock. At front of the school by the west entrance, okay? Do not be late and bring your hero costumes. Is that understood? As everybody said, yes. As now, well, we head on over to the very next day. As, well, Tojiro has got in his classic demon slaying uniform, or as he calls it, the Flame Hashira cloak. Which is just an easy way of putting it, as nobody would know that demons really existed. So therefore, keeping it quite hidden in, well, in design and also in lore would be, well, quite good for them. So, they all head on the bus. Well, Uraraka seems to be most excited as, she's hoping, that some of her favorite heroes might be there. She doesn't know which one. Obviously, there's 13. There are some other great heroes as well, like Backdraft, and some other, as well as even one of the Wild Pussycats. She was very big into the rescue heroes, as, well, her quirk is less suitable for combat, more rescue. So she had a bit more fascination with them. So a lot of the students are conversing, mainly with Tojiro, actually, as he has been garnered as one of the top students in the class, despite being quirkless. And everybody just warms up to him, except Bako, of course, but he's always going to be like that. No changing the stupid. So, they arrive at the facility, as the teacher is found out to be none other than the Space Hero 13. As she introduces herself to the class, saying, "Hello everybody, my name is 13. And today I'll be teaching you all basic combat and rescue exercises. The combat is to try and clear debris and rubble, and the rescue is to try and obviously rescue, well, each other. So we're using each other as references. Now, just give us about a few moments, as I need to discuss something with Aizawa." And says, "Is All Might not going to be coming?" Uh, well, I got a, I got a bit of information. I might be coming late. What, did something happen? Well, apparently there was a few crimes that him to be taken care of. So he'll be a bit busy for a little bit, so he might be arriving late. I see, then the two of us have to do that. Yep, these kids shouldn't be too out of hand to control. Says, alright. She turns around and says, okay, everybody, let's get ready to go. She guides everybody in as they all start walking in as they're marveling at the huge enclosed stadium that they're inside of. As they see shipwrecks, burning cities, like forested with landslides, mountainous areas full of rock slides. It's, well, also amazing to them. As they started walking down, well, it seems that Tojiro noticed something as he said, stay back! As he dashes in front of Aizawa, putting the scabbard of his blade out, blocking it, blocking it from moving any further, and says, what is it? Why are you in front of me? Says, I sense malicious intent. We're not here alone. As he, puts his blade, back onto his hilt, as, onto his belt. He puts it back down and keeps his hand on it. So the lights start to black out slowly and eventually shutting off very, very abruptly. It says, I knew it. Then all of a sudden, a black misty purple portal had appeared. This was quite, strange and unique. As well, a bunch of villains start flooding into the facility, very, rushing in. You can hear the sound of them cackling, echoing throughout the building. As finally, a man in a well-kept tailored suit with a misty purpley face walks out, followed by two others. A man covered with what looks to be hands, gripping around his entire body, and a twisted figure. It looks to be some sort of bird-like creature. Body is rippled with scars, as it looks lifeless and brain-dead. As, Tojiro thinks, is this a demon? As, he would be half correct. But he would only find that out later. As he pulls out his blade and says, villains. What should we do, sir? You stay back. This is a job for the pros to handle. No, I can't let you do this all by yourself, sir. Please, I got the most experience in actual hand-to-hand combat. I'm just about as, good if not better than you are. I will put that comment aside for now. But no, I can't have one of my students fighting alongside. It's too dangerous. Dangerous or not, sir. There's about 100 or so of them, and one of you. And I don't like the look of those two, especially that purple one. Trust me, Hero 13 can defend the students. You'll need my help if you want to try and clear out the small for us. Fine. But if I say retreat, you retreat. Got it? Yes. Alright. Let's go. As they both start running down Tojiro is obviously a lot faster than Aizawa is, so he made it to the villains a lot quicker and says, hey kid, you really think you can beat us? Oh, that's adorable. Kill him! As a bunch of them swarmed around him, as he said, flame breathing, first form, unknowing fire! As, he blitz in between a bunch of the villains as they suddenly collapse as a burst of heat suddenly, filled the air as I said, "What the hell? What was that speed?" Ah, shit, he's a speed quirk user. As as Tojiro proudly exhumes, "I have no such need for a speed quirk. I am quirkless. The only power and strength I need is that of my blade. Now face me." As all of them start rushing towards him, as Aizawa says, "Oh crap." He starts trying to cancel their quirks, however, he realizes that a bunch of them are about to attack him with long range emitter quirks. So he shuts down their, quirks first and says, "What the hell? I can't use my quirk." Then Tojiro had, begun slicing through them, obviously using the back of his blade to only knock them out and not cause, permanent injury. As now, it was getting through a lot of the small fries very easily, as he kept using form after form, repeating, through half of the forms, mainly being the fourth, third, second, and fifth. As he found, Aizawa and Tojiro had managed to get through around about half the villains, as they noticed that, Kurogiri had made his way over to the students and dispersed them throughout the facility. As Aizawa said, "Shit! Should have realized." As they saw that, Hero 13 had got badly damaged, and the students were scattered. However, they once immediately taken to the hiding place, thanks to Bucko, exploding the armor and frustrating Kurogiri. So they all swatted throughout the facility. However, as I was said, "Shit, there must be other villains in this facility." Said, "Quite right, Hero." Ah, what's so funny, asshole? Oh, nothing, nothing. It's just you filthy heroes seem to think that you're so powerful. They seem to have everything under control. But we, the chaos in the world. We like to throw a wrench in that plan of yours, that self-made peace and prosperity. Right now, as we speak, your students are being hunted down and being attacked by the League of Villains. As Jojo took a quick slash at him, however, was blocked well, by the Nomu, and said, "Hoo hoo hoo, your blade is quick and sharp. You could have killed me." "Oh, but you're a hero. You can't kill me." "Whether or not I kill you, I will be, you would not be spared from my blade's wrath. Anybody who tries to do harm to people and innocent lives shall know the pain of my blade, villain or not." "Oh, spoken like a true hero. That disgusts me. Nomu, kill him!" As the lifeless figure, started moving again after blocking their blade. As his arm was cut, but it regenerated. As, Tojo had put some distance between them, as he thought to himself quite quickly, "Is this thing a demon? I've only heard about how regenerative it is. This can't be a normal quirk. What's going on? That lifeless eyes, that unusual behavior." Ah, shit, it's coming right towards me. As the Nomu starts pelting a few attacks forward, as Ozawa even tries to cancel its quirks. However, it still punches really hard. However, Rengoku was fine, as he said, "Flame breathing, fourth form, flame of undulation." Undulate, I can't say that one correctly. As he swiftly, with a circular block, manages to repel the Nomu's force back into its own arm. However, it didn't push it back one bit, as he just stood there. As he kicked the Nomu off its balance, before cutting it down. As he tried to hit it with the back of the blade, but it did nothing, as it shrugged him off and punched him in the gut, sending him flying. He said, "Oh, you certainly hit hard." Control my breathing. Well, like I was saying, your little pet here seems to strike very hard. And it seems like it's got regeneration as well. I guess that means I don't have to worry about my blade being too much of a deadly weapon. Try as you might, hero. You'll never win against Nomu. It was designed to kill All Might! Now kill him! As it started going vicious with its attacks. So, beating punches into the air one after another, as Totoro was barely able to block the strikes, but he was able to use his quick flurry of movements to take a few slices, as it managed to cut off his arm, but it swiftly generated within a couple seconds. It's got quite fast healing. Oh, I have to be wary of this. Aizawa! Can you keep this thing off me for 1 second? Sure, but I don't know how long. I need a couple seconds, that's all. Alright. As he basically jumped back for a bit, as Aizawa used his binding cloth to keep the Nomu in place, for as long as he can. As, when that first punch struck him, he actually broke a few ribs. However, he was tightening his uniform to keep himself in check. As there was a bit of blood as he caught a bit of blood when he did it. Alright. I'm ready! Alright. God damn it. Don't worry, Aizawa. I got this. As he stood it down and said, Flame breathing, 5th form. Flame Tiger! As he started lunging forth, as the Nomu returned in kind, as he, in a quick succession of blows, quicker than the eye could see even, Aizawa was just stunned at the sheer speed and magnitude these punches were coming at. As, Totoro blocked every single one of them and even cut off one of his arms, before sending the blade through his chest, but it just chugged it off and kept trying to hit him, forcing, Totoro back. I see. That's not gonna exactly cut it. As he rushed back quickly, then lunged forth, as it says, Rising, Scorching, Slash! As, he kept cutting forth, as his blade was, it was not being deflected anymore, as he was cutting into the Nomu repeatedly. He was getting pushed back. But just as he said that, he said, Nomu, stop playing around with your prey. Kill him already! As the Nomu seemed to start bulking up a bit, as it started going a lot faster, as it was punching back and forth, as, Totoro could eventually not even withstand the sheer speed. As he was being worn down, the binding started ripping, and his internal bleeding was getting a bit too much. As he could feel the pains from his bones that were being broken, as he repeatedly getting punched along the body. As he started coughing up a bit of blood, as Aizawa said, Rengoku, no! You stay away from my student, you bastard! As he started kicking at Shigaraki, which seems to catch the attention of the Nomu, which returned in kind by batting Aizawa away like a fly. He started punching him down into the ground as Rengoku was getting him back up, using a sword to help himself stand up properly. He said, I must not give up now. Everybody's relying on me. Isn't that right, Mother? Said, Shigaraki, was it? Oh, what is it now, hero? Ugh, you reminded me of something. Will society keep batting down the weak, huh? Oh, well, let me show you something about the weak. We stand strong. We stand tall in our determination. We set our hearts ablaze. We walk this path alone, full of despair and anguish, and we forge into a mighty blade. And to set our hearts ablaze, as he stood into a final, tried and truth stance, as he stood back, getting his feet into position, as the Noma is now, now sensing the immense concentration and bloodlust coming from Tojiro, as he starts charging at him, said, "This will be my final strike. I'll cut you down." As he said, flame breathing, ninth form, Rengoku! As he starts charging forward, dashing, every step getting faster and faster, leaving scorch marks and footprints behind, as some steps are actually left on fire, as the sheer friction and how fast he was traveling sets the soles of his feet on fire, as he ignited all that fire, heart and passion, into one swift strike, as Sonomu bulked up its arm into one massive punch, as he slashed down, as Sonomu punched. The sheer intensity of each other's, the aura of determination, as a massive boom had appeared, and the smoke cloud soon erupted, as there was nothing, no movement, nothing. As when the smoke cleared, Tojiro was coughing up blood, and fell to his knees. However, he was laughing. What are you laughing at? You're about to die by Nomu. I wouldn't be so sure about that one, Shigaraki. Take a closer look. As the Nomu was just standing still, he says, "Nomu, kill him! He's right there!" He says, "Nomu? Nomu!" As, it fell to its knees, and fell in half. It says, oldest trick in the book. Cut them without realizing. As Aizawa started rushing over. Jojo, stay with me. Come on. God, you're bleeding. Damn. Don't worry, I got that covered. Oh, that's a bitch. Oh. Oh. I closed out the bleeding. Oh, God. Oh, it hurts a lot more than I imagined. Now, now, take him down. I can't leave you here. What if somebody attacks you? Don't worry. Don't worry about me. Oh, God. Nah, it doesn't look as bad as it feels. I don't know about that one. Just take him down when we get the chance. Can't let him get away. As, Shigaraki was trying to prepare to, get away, yes. He said to Kurogiri, "Kurogiri, let's get out of here. That toy is broken." Fuck. They're cheating! There's no way they could defeat the thing that's meant to kill All Might. How? Rengoku, was it? I'll remember you, and I'll come back to finish the job. There'll be nothing but dust when I'm finished with you. Yeah, one piece of advice. Shigaraki. The weak will always prevail. and I'll be there to lead them. I'll be the pillow that everybody needs. Uh, yeah, say that again, hero. As he disappears into a black misty portal. As the rest of the villains were freaking out as he said, "Why do you leave us? Why did the boss leave us?" As around about that time, Aizawa was a bit pissed off and started lying to waste most of them, as some of the students had rejoined, being Bako and Todoroki, as they started helping out with their efforts, as they seemed to be cutting out most of the villains that were still left. As then all the heroes had arrived, as it seems that while the two were fighting, it seems that they managed to able to at least get Ida out of the building. As All Might had arrived, however, the villain was already taken care of, as the Nomu was there and cut in two, laying there dead. As obviously Aizawa was shouting out, "Where's Recovery Girl? I'm right here. What's so important? Oh my god!" As she called out, "Get me some medical equipment right now. These wounds are serious." As How'd he get like this? He was battling that thing. Ah, jeez, your wounds aren't looking good either. Yeah, well, treat him first. I don't want that kid dying. Well, it seems like you managed to stop the bleeding somehow. I'll have to ask him about it later, but if we get him to the hospital right away, he should be fine. Alright, let's get him to the hospital. All Might, can I leave everything to you? Yeah. Go ahead. We'll be right here. As everything fades to black as, Kujiro fell unconscious. As next thing he knew, he was waking up in the hospital. Ah, it's so bright. As a few of his classmates that were there, being Kirishima, Ida, Uraka, and Mina. As he was saying, "Hey, bro, you're right." Said, "Oh, Kirishima, I didn't know you were here." No, oh boy, how long was I out? You're pretty banged up, man. You're out for 2 days. 2 days? Yeah, you lost a bit of blood, so they had to fix you up with a transfusion. Oh, I see. Yeah, look at all the bandages across you. The doctor said you had a lot of broken ribs and, a few broken bones in some other places as well, but they were surprised you're even able to stand. Yeah, I surprise myself sometimes. Anyway, how you feeling? Yeah, probably feel terrible, huh? Pretty dumb question. Oh, not really. The pain isn't too much to handle. Feels like I just came out of kendo practice. At least you have a sense of humor, man. It's good to see you doing pretty well. As Mina's like, "Yeah, I just want to say thanks. You, as said, what for? I didn't exactly help you guys." "What do you mean? You get that big group of villains off us? If that was the case, we would have had more of them swarming us." Uh, well, I was just doing what I was supposed to. Hey, whether or not it was what you're supposed to do or not doesn't matter. You saved us. You're risked your life. You want to say we're thankful? Well, everybody in class was drawn to take turns. We've really? Well, four of us go at once, and well, you're said to be in. Well, this is the third day, as you're out for the first two. So we already had well, Kami, Jiro, Momo. Uh, well, Bakugo's in here on the first day. We didn't really say much, just left a basket and left. As we looked over and just saw a fruit basket, it says, yeah, well, at least she's not that bad. Yeah, yeah, a few of us went, and it was our turn to go today, so we came over to visit you. Well, what do you know? You woke up. Oh, cool. As he tried to shuffle himself up. Oh, it still hurts a bit. Hey, go easy on yourself, champ. You nearly just died, so I'll suggest taking a break is a bit in order. I'll be fine. Spoken like a true warrior. Yep, you can say that again. As well, there was a knock on the door. Mr. Rengoku? Yeah? Oh, good, you're finally awake. I've been the nurse that's been treating you. I'd like to inform you that you'll be in here for the next 5 days. Well, you've been here for 5 days. Well, we still need to observe you for another 3 days. Just assess what your condition would be, whether or not it's safe to discharge you. However, we were kind of astounded. I know, my injuries were quite bad, weren't they? No. Well, yes, your injuries were quite bad, but you're doing much better than most people. May I ask, what is your quirk? Do you have a regeneration quirk? As she said very intuitively, as she wanted to know. It says, well, actually, I'm quirkless. But that can't be right. What do you mean that can't be right? Well, you had multiple very bad breaks. A few broken ribs, a few fractures, a broken collarbone. Not to mention your pelvis was on the verge of breaking in half after, well, some sort of tremendous force to your legs, as well as your femur, and well, even your tendons were on the verge of ripping. What caused that? Well, it's fighting a villain. And, that whole tendon thing, that would have been me going a bit too hard on using my sword techniques. Oh, I don't understand, but yeah, okay. But that's not the real pressing issue. The real pressing issue is your recovery rate. Yeah, what about it? The reason why I asked if you had a regeneration quirk is some of those fractures and breaks are already starting to heal. Wait, what? Yeah, just seems like your body is. Well, you can almost have your stitches out, and it's only been 2 days. Your body's healing at an alarmingly fast rate, and it seems that you're burning through a lot of calories very quickly, so you had to actually emergency feed you, otherwise you would have gone into, well, let's just say you would have started eating yourself alive. As, well, he explains that it's probably the breathing technique he uses. Circulates a lot more oxygen inside the blood, so therefore allowing him to control his blood slightly as well as have a fast metabolism rate and also recovery rate. It says, well, breathing aside, it seems that you should be clear for discharge within the week. Most of your bones that were broken already started mending together, and Well, a week on probation after discharge should have you seen in tip-top shape. It's quite amazing, actually. It says, "Alright, thanks, Doc." Hey, you hear that, buddy? That means you'll be up and at 'em in no time. Yeah, well, that's good news. I bet your ass is good news. Anyway, I'm about to. Well, we gotta go as it's getting quite late, but. Well, congrats on, well, recovering well, quite amazingly, man. Yeah, thanks, and thanks you all for stopping by. It says, no worries. Alright, try and rest up. We'll see you back at school, next week. It says, yep, see you guys. This is where I'm going to leave off this part, as my voice is killing me. After doing all that shouting without stopping for water breaks, leaves a bit of a mark on the voice. It's not fun, and I do not like it. God, I'm gonna need to take a water break now. God damn. That aside, I hope everybody has enjoyed this part. Um, getting the hearts pumping, setting our hearts ablaze. My voice is so bad right now. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I've been the King of Underworld. I hope everybody's enjoyed this part, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.